Good morning. We know that God can turn something which is bad into something which is good for us, which is what the Lord has seemed to do for me this week. I was so horrified at Watchtower having tens of billions of dollars. I got upset. So I did a bit of research and I came up with this. Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 10. It says that through the congregation the manifold wisdom of God might be made known. Do you remember a while ago I did a video on poikilos, the Greek word for multicoloured, the multicoloured grace of God? Well, now the manifold wisdom of God is taken from a very similar Greek word, but it's poikilos, poly meaning many. So God's wisdom is multicoloured, but very multicoloured, greatly diversified wisdom. It's the sort of wisdom that we can rely on. So let's have a look at Watchtower's wisdom. They've so much money that they've put up some investment companies in Ireland, and they have given these companies a biblical tone by calling them minor and lepta, which of course are biblical terms for money. They have made these investment companies, and is that wise? Absolutely, yes, it's very wise. If you have money, you don't fritter it away, you invest it, you live on the interest. And we know from Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 12, where it says, "For the protection of wisdom is like the protection of money." Money is a protection. We need money. We need some to get by with every day. We need to provide for our families and so on. But the protection of knowledge is that wisdom preserves the life of the one who has it. So wisdom has shown through Watchtower's actions. But is this the wisdom of God? Well, now we know that Jesus is wisdom personified from God. So his words are the wisdom of God. So Luke chapter 12 and verse 33, and this is the wisdom of God. "Sell your possessions and give to the needy. Provide yourselves with money bags that do not grow old, with a treasure in the heavens that does not fail, where no thief approaches and no moth destroys." In Luke chapter 18 and verse 22, Jesus here was talking to the rich young man who wanted to do the will of God, and Jesus said this to him: "One thing you still lack. Sell all that you have, distribute to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven, and come follow me." So what happens if you actually have money? Well, Jesus said this in Luke chapter 16, verse 9. He says, "Make friends for yourselves by means of unrighteous wealth." In other words, don't put it in the bank. Use it. Use it for God's benefit, for benefiting mankind, either through the preaching work or whatever. Don't store it up in the bank, because as Jesus said in verse 13, you cannot serve God and money. In Matthew chapter 6, Jesus said that we need to seek first the kingdom. The kingdom needs to be in our heart, not money, and we rely on God, not on money. Jesus said if you have 2 coats, you give one to someone who has none. That's God's wisdom. It's foolishness with the world, of course. So I'm wondering if Watchtower really believes that we're in the last days. Have something in the bank, by all means, to fall back on. A little bit. But do you need tens of billions? In James chapter 3, James is talking about jealousy and selfish ambition. He said, "This is not the wisdom that comes down from the above." Verse 17, "But wisdom from above is first of all pure. It's peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits." You don't keep your money so much in the bank. You use it for the good of others and for the preaching work. So Watchtower, all I can say to you is please use that money or give it away. do what God says. You're spending money on investment companies in order to keep that money in the bank. It's not God's wisdom. So thank you for watching, and I apologise for the rant. Take care and God bless.